Good morning, Dan. It's a little after 8 a.m. on, I have no idea what day it is. Let's call it today. And I am down near the square inside Vanalinn, which is Estonian for Old Town. That's that area, that's the World Heritage Site in Tallinn. It's got full-time residents of about 4,400 people, including my three people, Duncan, Clearly, and Layla. Right across the square on the other side of all those lights is an apothecary that's been there since 1492, operating continuously since then. I'm sure they've closed it from time to time, but that's what they say. Anyway, it's like I said, it's 8 a.m. The sun doesn't come up for another hour. All these stalls that you see with these people opening, that's the Christmas market. And it looks like they're pretty much open from 8. Obviously not all of them. Some of them are opening now at 8 until, I can only imagine what time they close at night. We were down here until about 8:30 last night and they were still going. Most of the coffee cafes that I've walked by don't open until 10 or so, although there's one that opened at 8. I'm going to go and try to get a cup of coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around a little bit and show you a little bit just around this little square. Old Town, I would say, it's about, if you could imagine, a 10-minute walk from end to end, from one end to the other, and then, in all directions. That's about how big it is. It's mostly medieval. Many of these buildings were built in somewhere between the 12th and the 15th century. And many of them have been restored. And what's interesting about this is it's still a functioning old town in that you still got residential over retail, and which is probably what it was like back then. There's a couple of big churches. You can see that spire there in the distance. There's 2 or 3 big churches within this area. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit and shoot a little video, and then I will try to post this later. I'm going to put the phone down while I put my glove on. So in here, I'm not sure exactly what that says, is a little pub that serves meat pies, and it looks like the prancing pony out of The Hobbit. It's pretty funny. I have found that no one has said good morning to me yet. Everyone pretty much keeps to themselves. The other thing I've noticed is that there's no garbage anywhere, even though there's no garbage cans anywhere. Hopefully there's enough light from the sides of the buildings so you can see what I'm filming. It doesn't look like things really get going around here, at least at this time of year. Although actually, the hours listed on the windows of most cafes are not, it doesn't look like those hours change at all. So even in the summertime when the sun comes up at 3 a.m., they're still opening at 10. It's interesting to think that they've modernized a lot of these buildings and made them usable again. I mean, everybody's got, obviously, Wi-Fi and electricity. Here's one of my favorite things here is everyone is selling glug. I don't know if you know what glug is. It's a kind of a spice mulled wine. That's the town hall tower, which unfortunately is not open in the winter. Now these are hardy Estonians who sit out here. I love it. And what's a modern hip town without an Indian restaurant? Here's the apothecary. (1422) they've been open. So apparently that used to be, I don't think you can read that, can you? That's too bad. It says, the town pharmacy of Tallinn was one of the oldest continually working apothecaries in the world. The building has developed from 3 Gothic gabled buildings added together. In 1727, the buildings were covered with a saddle roof. Anyway, it's pretty interesting stuff. So, it's just a whole town of this. I mean, it really does feel medieval. Okay. I think that's all I'll shoot for now. I'm gonna see if I can just upload this just right off my phone. At least I've got something I can send to you so you can see what's going on around here. Oh yeah, hey, here's a Carevider. Here's a coffee roastery. I went in yesterday, but it was so crowded I didn't have a chance to talk to anybody, so I'm gonna try to go back in today, but as you can see, they don't open until 10 o'clock, so. I can only imagine what these people were thinking about me wandering around filming. I did approach 2 cops yesterday and tried to talk to them. They looked at me like I was pretty much crazy or drunk. Maybe they get that a lot, I don't know. I told them I used to be a police officer in the US and they seemed thoroughly unimpressed. So down there is where Duncan and Clelia live. And we are literally about a 2-minute walk from their place. It's really, really convenient. Oh, as you can see, it's now 8:30. I'll be signing off, and I'll talk to you later.